How's it going? I hope you're doing well. It's wonderful to talk to you again today, and always lovely to kind of be here to really have conversations that I think will be both a blessing to both of us and also help us think about what's going on in our culture. Now, today, I do want to talk about something that might be of interest to you. I want to talk about the council culture and really look at the social dynamics of public judgment and see what we can learn from this. And as we navigate the turbulent waters of council culture, of course, as you know, council culture is a term that's been actually used from newsrooms to Twitter fields, and it sort of represents a modern form of I think it's called, the word is ostracism, ostracization, like to be ostracized. It's a word that kind of represents a modern form of ostracism, or being ostracized, essentially. I'm just struggling with that pronunciation. But what's really going on here, at least psychologically speaking? Why do we cancel, and what does it say about our society? I hope that we can dissect this complex phenomena in our culture and understand the forces that is at play. Now, first, I want to talk about the psychology of groupthink, because I think that cancel culture often emerges from a collective mindset. In fact, where the opinion of many dictates the fate of the few, I think then there's evidence of a groupthink in there. But I think this kind of collective mindset can lead to groupthink, which is a psychological phenomenon where the desire for harmony or conformity results in irrational decision making. In fact, in the digital age, this is kind of amplified by the immediacy and anonymity of social media. On the other hand, I think also being part of a social group that kind of engages in counseling other people can actually bolster one's social identity. So there is a link between social identity and morality within the spectrum of cancel culture, because I think it's a way of sort of signaling one's moral standing and alignment with the values of the group. Now, psychologically, this behavior, it's sort of reinforced by the positive feedback received from others within the group, which of course validates one's actions and beliefs. But also, how about the role of empathy, or maybe the lack thereof? I think that in the context of cancel culture, empathy often takes a backseat. In fact, online interactions can desensitize us to the complexities of individual circumstances. And as a result of this, it sort of reduces people to become mere symbols of broader issues. Recently, there was a comedian that was also cancelled because of a statement that he made. And I do think that this lack of empathy can really lead to dehumanization, where the individual that has been cancelled, in that sense, it's no longer seen as a person with feelings and right. And so it's important that we consider or apply a bit of empathy as we decide or think about people to cancel, because they're also human beings like you and I with feelings and rights. Now, I do want to say something about online outrage, because I do think that the internet has made it incredibly easy to join a cause or a movement with just a few clicks, and often without full knowledge of the situation. In fact, this mentality can kind of escalate quickly, as online platforms are designed to sort of amplify emotional content. Of course, making outrage spread like wildfire. And because the online platform is designed to amplify emotional content, so any outrage can easily spread like wildfire. But I do think I wanted to say that I want to talk about the consequences and the repercussions of cancel culture, because I do feel that the fallout from being cancelled can be severe in the sense that it would, of course, for those that are cancelled, would affect their mental health, it would affect their career and even their personal lives. And so while accountability is crucial, which I understand, I think that the punitive nature of cancel culture doesn't always allow for growth and redemption. And of course, as you would imagine, this would this raises question about justice and proportionality, because if your justice, your idea of justice, is one that comes without growth and redemption, then there's something about it that it's not coming from a good place. I hope that this video somehow points you to one or two things, especially if you've been thinking about this particular topic for a while. But I think with cancel culture, I do believe that it's sort of a complex interplay of social dynamics, psychological needs, and even digital behavior. And so as a society, we're sort of grappling with how to hold people accountable while also allowing for the possibility of learning and redemption. I want to say that again. I think as a society, even though we're grappling on how to hold people accountable, I think it's important that we allow for the possibility of learning and redemption, especially for those that might have faulted our expected ideal values. Now, I do think that this conversation is not far from over, because it's one that we need to approach with a bit of critical thinking and compassion. And so next time you're thinking about someone, I also want you to also consider how that your criticism of the person or your need to cancel the person can also be sandwiched with compassion and redemption. But in the meantime, it's been wonderful talking about this topic, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and looking forward to talking to you on the next one. You take care. Bye-bye.